Have you ever wondered why God even wants to speak to you in the first place? Why the creator of the universe, the one who formed galaxies with his words, would long to whisper into your everyday life? Today we begin part 1 of our journey, and it's the foundation of everything that comes after. Because before we talk about how to hear God's voice, we must understand this simple, beautiful truth. God speaks because his love moves him to reach for you. God speaks because relationship is his heart. God speaks because he has always desired to walk with you, not far above you. Let's settle into this, slowly and deeply. God's voice comes from his relationship with you. One of the greatest lies the enemy whispers is this: God doesn't talk to people like you. You're not spiritual enough. You've made too many mistakes for God to speak to you now. But Scripture tells a completely different story. John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Jesus didn't say only prophets hear his voice. He didn't say mature believers. He didn't say perfect believers. He said, my sheep, meaning if you belong to him, hearing him is part of the relationship. You were created to walk with God. You were designed to hear him. From the very beginning in the garden, God walked with humanity in the cool of the day. This wasn't a one-time miracle. It was the blueprint of relationship. God never stopped wanting that intimacy. God speaks because he cares about the details of your life. Sometimes we imagine God only speaks when there's a crisis, a major event, or a spiritual assignment. But listen to this, Psalm 32, verse 8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye upon you. That promise isn't dramatic. It's personal. It's gentle. It means that God is not a distant king shouting orders from a throne. He is a father guiding a child step by step. Your decisions matter to him. Your emotions matter to him. Your spiritual growth matters to him. He speaks to strengthen you, to warn you, to comfort you, to keep you from harm, to draw you closer into his presence. Think of a loving parent. They don't only speak during emergencies. They communicate because communication is love. Your Father is the same. God speaks to form you, not just to inform you. Sometimes we look for God's voice only when we want answers. Lord, what should I do? Lord, which decision is right? Lord, what's the plan? But God speaks not just to give direction, but to give transformation. 2 Corinthians 3:18. We are being transformed into his image from glory to glory. The more you hear him, the more you recognize him. The more you walk with him, the more you become like him. God's voice shapes your character, your compassion, your discernment, your patience, your identity. He speaks not just to move you forward, but to grow you inward. God speaks because he loves conversation, not performance. Prayer was never meant to be a monologue. It was never intended to be a list you read to the ceiling. It is, and always was, a dialogue. Think about Moses. Think about David. Think about Samuel, Isaiah, Mary, Paul. Every one of them had a relationship with a God who replied. And your relationship is no different. Here's where many believers get stuck. We start thinking prayer must sound holy, formal, long, or poetic before God responds. But Scripture reveals something stunning. God responded to Hannah's silent prayer. God responded to David's broken cries. God responded to Elijah's whisper. God responded to Peter's simple, desperate, Lord, save me. You don't need spiritual performance. You don't need perfect words. You don't need a flawless life. You simply need a heart open to hear. God speaks because his word is life to your soul. Your spirit literally needs the voice of God. Matthew 4:4. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Not past tense, proceeded, but present, proceeds, continues, ongoing. God didn't speak once and retire. He speaks continually because his voice nourishes you, strengthens you, anchors you, and gives life to the parts of you that nothing else can reach. His voice calms anxiety. His voice destroys fear. His voice brings direction when confusion is overwhelming. His voice restores identity when the world has torn it down. You cannot grow spiritually without the voice of the one who gives life. He knows that, and that's why he speaks. God speaks because he wants you. Close not far. Some believers feel unworthy to hear God's voice. But listen to what Jesus said, John 15:15. I have called you friends, for everything I learned from my Father I have made known to you. Friends speak, friends share, friends confide, friends communicate. The voice of God is not a reward for spiritual excellence. It is the fruit of spiritual friendship. You are not meant to be a servant standing far outside the throne room. You are a beloved child welcomed into His presence. You are a friend invited to hear His heart. God speaks because He chooses you. Let this settle into your spirit. Jeremiah 31:3. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore with loving kindness have I drawn you. God is not silent toward you. He is drawing you, calling you, inviting you into a deeper place, longing for you to hear the voice that's been speaking over your life since before you were born. His desire to speak to you is not based on your performance, but on His eternal love for you. Closing reflection for part 1. Take a moment, breathe, and let this truth wash over you. God desires to speak to you because He desires you, your heart, your presence, your companionship, your attention, your trust, your love. You're not chasing a distant God. You're responding to a God who has always been calling your name. This is where our journey begins. When you understand why God speaks, you become ready to learn how to hear Him more clearly. If this spoke to your heart today, I'd love for you to stay connected. Take a moment to subscribe to Daily Prayer Journey and tap the like button so more people can find this series on prayer. Would you also share this video or this whole series with someone who might need it today? You never know how God might use a simple share to encourage a friend. We at Daily Prayer Journey would be honored to pray with you personally. Comment below and let us know how we can be praying for you, your family, or your situation. We read through the comments and lift you up in prayer. This is just one part of this prayer series, so be sure to come back for the next part as we keep seeking God together day by day. Until then, remember, you're not alone. We're on this daily prayer journey with you.